part 20 of my Blood and Wine Death March walkthrough is going to take Geralt through the land of 1,000 Fables. This is the quest before us, beyond hill and dale, and we have to follow a yellow brick road. Geralt ventured out to find Damien. As the Duchess confident, he could very well have known where Siana was being held. And instead of reading all the description on the right side of your screen, I can tell you that in the previous part, we ventured through Beauclair, we killed a bunch of vampires, and we found Damien. We convinced him to stop his pointless attempt to fight back with the beasts, and instead he went back to find the Duchess and the armory. So, what we have to do now is try and find Siana, because she is apparently locked in this imaginary world. Well, even inside the imaginary world, we are facing, unfortunately, enemies. So, yeah, that's funny. I only have enhanced insectoid oil, and I never managed to find the better recipe. Oh! Quick repair. Thankfully I do have repair tools, and hopefully, yes, meditation is again not available, but at least the game is kind enough to replenish all the potions so I can respend them again.
This is a playground for two little girls. Something's not right.
No, something's very wrong indeed, my friend. Well, let's go and see if I can find the target location. I know what's coming here, so I want to be prepared.
Bloody hell, let him out!
Voices.
He gobbled up my gingerbread! Now it's my turn to gobble him!
It would be best if you have heard those legendary tales or fables when you were a small child. Because we are going to experience something fantastic here now. A memory from our childhood, but twisted with the Witcher 3 sign on it.
Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross. Then you open it. Now, who's this? A lost traveler? You're not supposed to be here, sweetie. Why, you're old. Old and pale. But never worry. A bit of butter, a bit of spice, and you'll make a tasty morsel. Just as soon as I catch you.
It's time to fight the Wicked Witch!
Cannot possibly fear a few magical plots. Oh, that soup smells more vile than a rotting carcass. Careful she doesn't douse you.
means you've won.
What the hell was that?
The Wicked Witch. You've heard of her, haven't you? Now, where did you put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Syanna? Is that you?
It's been years, Jack.
Have you come to play?
No, I just want your beans, so you can breathe easy.
Breathe easy? Because you aren't here to play? What's that about?
Jack knows what I mean, so he'll tell me where the beans are as fast as he can. Isn't that right?
Siana, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them.
Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all, hmm? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home, for instance.
I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over so you wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy with the thing for wolves, he should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's affairs.
He had better know, because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoo! Ah, all right. So why is it you're here?
Searching for my lost childhood. Wound up at Kaer Morhen as a little boy. Don't quite remember how. Never had any toys. Never played any games. What do you think? Why might I be here? It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summoned monsters to attack Beauclair.
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events. So get to the point, please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you meet with Dettlaff, he'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Now you come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it? But normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Dettlaff was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else. Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer. Consider us allies. Shake on it.
Curse of the Black Sun. That's why you were banished, right?
Mm-hmm. Twisted princesses, mutants. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Even met one of you. Renfrey of Craden.
And? Was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain. But what caused it? The curse or what she went through? Asking myself to this day.
You killed her, didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
Since you brought it up, the knights Dettlaff killed. What exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Dulac, Lacroix, Peyrac Peyran?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but I suppose you deserve to know. When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders. All did so without uttering a single word in my defense.
Like you said, they had their orders.
Mm-hmm. But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempt at escape. And Dulac had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
That explains a lot.
Shocked, aren't you? You must have thought you had me pegged. Before bothering to hear my side. Everyone does that.
This place. Tell me something more. It's an illusion, right?
Yes, created by Arturius Vigo. Anna, Henrietta, and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here, so you had best be on your watch.
So, what's with the beans? Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird yourself with patience. There are two ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beans.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen. That boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame. You know the tale?
Jack climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle, high up in the clouds.
As we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans. There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stalk won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Joss. Perhaps he will be able to help us. You lead.
Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right.
We've just defeated the Wicked Witch, and even though it's a few minutes after the fight itself, I want to tell you a couple of quick pointers just in case you're struggling with this mini-boss, or actually not so mini-boss. You are best to use Ard when she approaches you, because otherwise she would never land down on the ground. Once she does that, you can either focus on her or take the broom out first. I would probably suggest you do exactly what I did, take the broom out, because it's annoying and it actually dies much quicker than the witch itself. You don't really need any specific buffs. I honestly don't remember what kind of a monster she's supposed to be. So I don't know what oil to recommend using against her. Might be actually Spectre. But again, I'm not really sure. If you do know that, maybe leave a comment down below in the video. Now we have to find Joss. It is the boy who cried wolf. I hope that you would remember that fairy tale. If you do, you'll be surprised by what's following. If you don't,
So,
you'll be surprised by
What
what's
exactly
follow.
is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre, which is why we gotta hurry.
You needn't fret. Time flows differently in the fables.
And in the huge cauldron, we've got bone
Outside,
ashes.
mere minutes will have passed.
Siana just told us that the time doesn't move exactly the same as it does in the real world. We can spend a couple hours here, and I intend to do the full Fable world playthrough before I end that chapter, which means part 20 might actually be a lot longer than usual. Which one were those now, damn it? I do not remember where they belong to. Oh, there it is, the witch. We actually got relic oil against her, and that's her only weakness, as we've already witnessed. I believe it's Spectre's oil that should be useful against these little things, but whatever it is, it's not really that very important. They die from just a couple of hits. If you're playing this on lower difficulty, or if you have a whirl build for your Geralt, you're gonna have a lot of fun with these guys. They don't hurt that much either. But the bad news is
friendliest
they
pixies
don't
I've
drop
met.
loot.
They were put here to protect the Fable Sphere from intruders. Meaning you.
There it is.
Oh, unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one.
Look at that beauty. My unicorn is actually called Roach.
Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not.
No wolves here. None at all. This is grand. I'm alright. Not in any danger. That's him. Joss. Blast!
Quick repair. There we go. Hold on. Whoop. One of the most efficient ways against wolves is fire or hard.
Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's more. Another wolf behind you.
Ignore him. He always lies.
Aha. Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose. And doesn't, when they actually appear.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you know what's become of his 3 beans.
I don't know anything! Not one thing, and besides, watch out! Wolves!
This'll be interesting. Right, let's get to it. Let's say for a minute you know what happened to the red bean. Where wouldn't it be?
For certain, no one swallowed it. Oh no, definitely not that.
Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it?
A human. The most humany human in the land of 1,000 fables. Everyone! Wolves! Run!
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the blue bean. Maybe? Not at all? Right?
I've heard it lies about somewhere, out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody. 3 times over. Help! Wolves!
Yellow bean. Don't know a thing about it, right?
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep. So deep, in fact, it's completely underground.
And who has it?
A bold farmhand, who in no way and not at all awaits someone. Not in the slightest. Good folk! Wolf!
Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes. Understood?
All right, we should go.
Watch out for wolves!
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though? You need merely remember he always lies. Or more precisely, reverses the truth.
Where to now?
I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other fables. The meaty ones, that is. Perhaps then Joss's hints will make more sense. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each. And Goldilocks, of course. Then Longlocks, and a little lass who sells flint.
Fine. Let's get to work.
Now, unless I forgot something, I do intend, indeed, to visit everything
Incredible.
everywhere.
You must have loved this place.
I did at first. But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of princesses eventually turn dull and routine.
What did
Remember
we do
that we
then?
only...
Dropped a duck egg in a
Oh, they
swan's nest
talk.
once, that sort of thing. Stole the pea out from under the princess. Who sleeps to this day, I think.
More pixies!
Oh look! The Emperor of Nilfgaard! He's come out to show off his new robe. I shall butcher you!
Let's go first and see the little girl who sells flint. There is something very, very special in the dialogue with her.
Cigars!
And it's not that very weird notice board in the Fable world. What exactly does that offer? I'm gonna leave you to read these little notes on yourself, and the last one is what we really want to take. A post from The Witcher. Nice. Contract Lucy this Goosey, residents of the fabled land. Somebody's after me. Ever since I moved here from the castle in the clouds, I feel like I'm being watched. Help me before it's too late. Balbina the Goose, known as the goose that lays golden eggs. P.S. I know Joss says it's him, but it's not. And this is, surprisingly enough, a contract. That's the journal that we actually looted before we entered the Fable world.
Contract from a goose. That's new.
You really aim to concern yourself with that?
A true Witcher should never abandon poultry in distress.
And this is a very important conversation for the outcome of the whole story. It's funny how very well hidden it is.
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fistek?
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass. But no one bought them, so I branched out. Now I deal in snuffs, puffs, all sorts of fun things. What'll you have, sweeties?
Magic beans. Do you have any?
If it's not the new name of some kicker I already have, dearies, then no. But maybe you'd like some.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders keepers, sweetheart.
The ribbon. Mind explaining what the fuss is about?
There's not much to explain. I got it from Aturius Vigo when I was a child. It was to protect me from evil. It clearly didn't work, given how I ended up.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? I have so few mementos from my childhood, and the ribbon reminds me of the good old days, when I was someone else.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere, You're scaring away my customers.
Give Syanna the ribbon. Why not, huh?
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else, you've got to pay.
What if I asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it. A round of cards?
Fine, I'll pay you for the ribbon. This enough?
It's enough. Now go away.
All right. Tell me
What?
what you want in return. You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't want anything in return.
Thank you.
This Longlock's tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remembered.
Wait. What Joss said about the third beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go. I'd always grapple up her braid in the past, but I don't see it anywhere.
We'll find another way up.
Recognize it? Once upon a time, a terrible dragon attacked Vizima. It took a clever young cobbler to bring about its defeat.
Right. Every now and again, some village idiot tries to imitate him. And I gotta come in to clean up the mess. Just one thing in its gut. A half-digested sheep. Stuffed with tar and sulfur. Of course. But no bean.
Does that not disgust you, poking about in a rotting corpse?
Compared to the time I fought a Zeugl in Vizima's sewers, this doesn't seem to be at home. A feather. Broken. There was a fight. Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings.
Watch
Just a
out!
pluck.
Pixies!
Not good.
I shall butcher you! Hey, there, in the trees. Some kind of camp?
The golden eggs will be ours.
Oh, I forgot that the two-handed weapon has a very wide swing.
You mean to cross the barbarous Barbarossa? Not on your life.
I shall butcher you! But why keep her in a cage? Eggs from free-range birds are
Here
so
it
much
is.
better.
Got it.
Stop putting me behind the beams.
Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
Oh look, she laid a golden egg for you.
If only all my employers were that generous. Would have preferred a magic bean, but not about to complain.
What a nice reward from the goose that lays golden eggs.
Did you really travel all the way here for a contract?
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have had another reason.
Well, spent a few idyllic months in Beauclair some time past. What if you wanted to come back on Henrietta?
Do you jest? I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet. Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out of the window.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned? Please.
Now please prepare to meet the big bad wolf who speaks with a lovely French accent.
Hello? Can we talk?
Watch my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard. Oh, Siana, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
You could always have a drink with us.
Oh, what now? Not on your life. I can barely stand, I'm so hungover.
You know what they say about the hair of the dog?
Out of the question. And why must you drink? Do you wish to drown some sorrow? And I don't mean to pry, but you don't look much like a young duchess to me.
They stripped me of my title and birthright, then banished me. A family spat, let's say.
Listen, looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Siana to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, little Red Riding Hoods popped their clogs.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Who now what's at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
The big bad wolf doesn't want to play.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the Nemesis without ever asking for it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. The piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
Jumping into a well is one of the many
All right.
specialties of
Time to
Geralt.
jump in the well.
Break a leg. Any luck?
Yep, look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Not a problem. Siana can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
But, Grandmama, what
big eyes you have.
The better to see you is, my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
The better to embrace you is, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you is, my dear.
Ugly bastard.
I shall butcher you.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean? A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
Well then, one step closer to our goal.
What?
Now, I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. They'd escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes. And the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me. Or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly. And eventually, I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Should have stayed there, maybe.
Perhaps. Perhaps I should have forgotten everything, started a new life. But you know what? There came a point when I thought, you wanted a monster. Then a monster you shall get.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come.
The red beam is already obtained. 2 more beans remain and a few more fables to visit. Particularly one that
That's
isn't
one bean
exactly
down.
part
Good work.
of the 3 beans objective is the 3 little bears. Oh, actually, sorry, they're not all little. Let's take that road. You probably already know, but I'm gonna spill the truth and tell you that the yellow beam is up on the tower because the little boy said it's gonna be underground, and we've already heard that discussion between Geralt and Siana. And the blue beam is inside the house of the three pigs.
3 bears.
3 stools, 3 beds, 3 bowls.
One a bit too big, the other too small, the third just right.
And a dead girl right before us.
Blonde curls. Rest of the body's too mutilated. Hard to say anything.
She got what she deserved, as I see it. Always took what she wanted without asking.
No beam here. Gotta keep looking.
There is no beam, but there will be a fight. Oh, that wasn't quick enough. There is nothing really truly important here, except that I wanted you to see the 3 bears and the Witcher version of the 3 bears outcome, with the little girl being mutilated. Now, it's time to take the beans.
Ugly
Oh,
bastard.
more pixies.
Wolves on the prowl! Coming down the mountain!
Should we go to the little pigs first? And there is the naked king.
The words never seen. Stunning, are they not? My new robes absolutely stunning.
I'm gonna leave the pigs for last because they're actually quite tough and the fight is a little bit long.
Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Well, I should be able to jump, come on. Why exactly am I struggling with this now? There we go. Now Prince Charming
Prince's
lies dead
corpse.
here.
Tried to free Longlocks, but fell and broke his neck.
I should be careful not to fall down myself, it would be embarrassing. I mean, it's not exactly easy to climb to the top of the tower. Yes, I do like to save often, because I don't want to fail and have to redo the whole thing. Where the hell was the pathway now? Oh, of course, that way. And more climbing. Well, she's dead, but we still have a surprise ahead of us. Did I spill the surprise already?
Too late!
It's a damn tough fight because she does heal a lot. However, it's worth pointing out, this is indeed a scripted fight, even though she heals up while the skeletons are alive, and well, it takes me a little bit of time to take them down. Probably I could do it quicker with the world build, but it doesn't really matter. It's a scripted fight and you get 2 waves of these so-called odds, and after that the fight is over. If you manage to kill them quick, it just means that you have to hit the rate less number of times. Yellow beam.
Here it is. Would have stunk to climb all that way for nothing.
And there is nothing here except for the view. Look at the view. I'm just gonna stop the camera so YouTube can stop pixelating. Oh, look at this. The house of the 3 pigs is right down there. It's a shame I can't jump from here. This right there is the Beauclair Palace. Even though this is an illusion. And now to climb down. I managed to kill myself here, climbing down the ladder. Why? Because I couldn't catch where exactly is the spot to climb down. So I jumped.
So?
Got the bean, but long logs. Seems she got sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
To use him. Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Metina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I know. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick. He gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. Enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Yes, there was no other way. Let's just be friends, or I don't deserve you. He'd never have understood that sort of thing. But then, once I decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
Got a history with Detloff now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sod off to this fecking fable sphere.
The last task before us is to find the Three Pigs' house.
Watch out! Pixies!
Many of you would probably say you should have switched to a whirl build. But no, I don't enjoy playing with whirl. Whirl is that ability, in case you didn't know. It allows you to do massive AoE damage. Just a very quick stop. Nothing really to happen here, but I wanted to show you this small, the small part. Unfortunately, it's locked. Okay, let's stop playing the giant and move on to the
Oh, the three
houses
little
of the
pigs'
pigs.
homes. Well, you know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
One beam lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
That's the one house, and let's go check the other one house. And of course, finally we go to the house of bricks, where we find the 3 pigs.
Ugly bastard.
Now the bad news is that's gonna probably be a very long
good.
fight.
Oh, Pumboch, they didn't like that!
There we go. First one is down. I completely forgot that they actually are vulnerable against arm. Whoops. Now that the pigs are dead, let's go find the bean. I can't remember if it was in one of their stomachs. No, it's like actually right here.
The big
We're
bad
done with the
witcher
beams.
huffed and puffed, and look, got a beam.
It cannot be!
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
Stunted a bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of the Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. The beans won't plant themselves, you know. Now we must plant them by the path near Longlock's tower. Then prepare to meet the giant.
So, do you like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Ugly bastard.
Right, this is the spot. Pull out the beans. Wait!
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them!
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
Incredible.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with... him.
For a fairy tale creature, that was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
Yeah, I know. Gotta get you out of here. Come on.
Wait, that's not what I meant. I need you for something far simpler and far more pleasant. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I've no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
I've already shown in the playlist of best moment series for the Blood and Wine expansion what happens if you click number 1, which is the sex scene for the expansion. So I'm going to reject it here now and show you the other version.
Another time, another place maybe. No offense.
None taken. You spoke clearly, you spoke honestly. It's fine.
But of course, if you want to see the sex scene, a card or an annotation should appear
The
here
exit's
somewhere.
this way.
This, my friends, is where this very long part will end, because what goes ahead is the final fight, the final boss fight for the expansion, and after that the epic conclusion. There are so many more things to be decided, seen, heard and experienced. I thank you very much for being with me for this extremely long video. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit shorter, but I want to make the whole ending in one standalone video. So expect the final part to be probably much longer than usual, but hopefully less longer than this one. See you in the next final part of this expansion walkthrough. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website vogue.com for daily videos and news, and stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.